What's up, y'all? What's up? Welcome back to another video with your boy Millionaire Abe. Actually, scratch that. It's no longer Millionaire Abe. It's just now officially Abe Shaw, the wealthy trader, right? Finally got my Instagram. Like, I think back in like high school, middle school, I made my Instagram. It was originally _ Abe Shaw, and then I changed it, and I was never able to get it back. But recently, I was able to get it back. So now that's my new Instagram handle. That's my new YouTube handle. That's my new, basically like everything on social media. That's my name on social media now. So if you look for me, it's no longer Millionaire Abe. It's just Abe Shaw, _ Abe Shaw on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. Right? But I know you guys been like, bro, where have you been, Abe? What's been up? What are you doing? Like, I just honestly, I don't know. Like, right, I ran into like a little creative block. I haven't been recording videos for a while, but I'm like, you know what? I'm tripping. Let me get back to it. Like, my team's still doing good. Still calling trades. I was trying to say trades and signals. Still calling trades. Still calling signals. But I want to make sure I'm getting back to you guys on YouTube, getting back in my video course and video series overall to make sure I help make you guys profitable as well. Right? So, quick update also. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already noticed. If not, I officially have left I Am Academy. Just due to personal reasons, just to more focus on my personal brand, focus on my own personal team, working on my personal trading, my new own personal trading platform. So coming soon, I will be dropping a video course on my website, and then like obviously it'll be like a fee that you have to pay. I'm still working on the prices and stuff, but I will let you guys know when that's officially done. I'm going to be putting like a lot of value into it. I'm going to make sure like it's like dang near perfect, because I want to make sure I'm putting out very quality videos, more quality content for you guys to make sure that you're actually getting your money's worth and actually learning the skill when it comes to trading. But enough with the updates, right? This video is going to be basically, I'm going to be going over, we're going to be getting back to the market analysis, right? So this week, I'm going to give you guys what I'm thinking, what moves that I'm looking for this week. It is actually, what is it? May 17th. So the week of May 17th, I'm going to give you my market analysis. It's currently Monday. I usually do it on Sundays, but it's either, so from here on out, it's either going to be, if I don't drop the video on Sunday, I'm going to always try to drop the video out on Sunday. If I don't ever drop it on Sunday, look forward to just the Monday. Look forward to, like, basically look for me to, I'm over here tongue twisted. It's been too long. Look for me to basically drop the video on Monday. If it's not dropped by Sunday, it will be released by Monday at the latest. So let's go ahead and get into the charts, man. Let's go ahead, switch over to the charts. 1 second. Alright, so the first trade I'm actually going to be going over is GBPUSD. For those that don't know, GBPUSD is one of my favorite pairs that I actually trade. I wouldn't even say it's one of my favorite pairs. Like, it's one of my favorite currency pairs, because you know I trade indices, but I'll get to that in a few. But it's one of my favorite currency pairs to trade. So starting off for GU, the move that I'm looking for is actually, I'm waiting for it to push back up here to 1.41676. I sent this trade out in my signals chat, but what I'm basically expecting for the market to do, I'm looking to see like, hey, once it pushes back up here, you see how last week it gave us a head and shoulder setup, which ultimately led to the drop. I'm expecting it to do the same thing. The fact that it pushed back up during Sunday, like basically Sunday to Monday, I'm like, okay, instead of me looking for a buy, I'm gonna wait to get back to this area. If it breaks out, I'm gonna look for a buy. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna look for a sell. And I'm favoring the sell because, like I said last week, it came all the way to this high last week, and then it started going for the sell. So obviously, it's only right that the bullish momentum, the market movers, whatever you like to call them, they're gonna want to push it back to that price. They want to test that price again and see if it's gonna once again push through, or is it gonna once again come to this price and drop. So I'm waiting for it to get right back to that sweet spot, the head of the shoulder, right? And then I actually sent this out to my team. So what I'm expecting for it to do, I set no more than 40, I'm gonna say 35 pips. So usually what I do is I set a 35 pip stop loss, right? And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all some real sauce. So I have a sell limit for it right now, but I'm also probably potentially planning on market execution as well. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. So what I'm expecting the trade to do, if it doesn't just, it's two ways this could play out for GU. Sometimes GU just hit that price and then it automatically come down, right? Then it do what it need to do. Any other time, if there's also there's a chance that the market movers might be like, hey, you know what? Let's push the price up a little bit. Let's fake everybody out to think that it's going for a buy, right? While we're doing that, let's also hit those stop losses. That's all in this area. So there's gonna be an area where if it spike, you're gonna know like, okay, this is just the market. People, the banks or whoever trying to manipulate the markets, they're gonna push it up here to wick all those stop loss out, and then you're gonna see that the GU trade is gonna actually come back to play and do exactly what it wanted to do. So it might drop all the way back once it pull back and stop loss everybody, or it might drop, retest back to that area again, it closes under, and then it really drops. But ultimately, I know that's kind of like advanced because different ways that it can really play out. You never really know how the market is gonna move. You just gotta trade accordingly to how the market is gonna move. So me personally, I'm waiting to see what happens when it get back to this price, and then ultimately I'm gonna hold this trade for at least 100 pips at minimum. So I'm gonna be taking it from here, and I'm taking it all the way back down here at minimum, right? So even though I'm taking it here, and this I did do this on the 1 hour, but I meant to go to the 4 hour. Even though I'm taking it right here, this could be a potential swing trade to where it can come back down here. It can come here, or it can even come here. Like, it ultimately just depends on what happens when it comes to that area. So this is the first setup that I'm looking at. So either I'm telling y'all what I got for this is actually my TP4. So my signal chat, if you're not in my free signal chat, go ahead, click the link after you're done watching this video to go ahead and get sauce to that. But I also have 30 pip TP, I think like a 50 pip TP around here, an 80 pip, and then I have the 100 pips TP right here. So hold on, 100. I'm mad I did that like basically perfectly. That's crazy. So 50 pips and then 30. So yeah, dang near. Basically, this is kind of like the actual trade that I sent out in the signals chat. So I usually have a 30 pip stop. 30 pip TP, a 50 pip TP2, 80 pips, and then I have the 100 pip move. And then I'm gonna have that last one after the 100 pip for the full swing for 150 pips, which will take us all the way back to basically the low of what happened from last week, the new previous higher low from last week, right? So. But that's what I'm looking at for GU. I'm not gonna overcomplicate it because I know I probably just said a lot right there. But I'm trying to get this video out way before. It's currently 3:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. GU probably won't activate or go crazy until London session. So we have more than enough time to look at this setup. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. So I'm gonna say this to my chart. Let's move on to GA. GA is pretty much the same thing, right? But if you did not know, GA and GU is inversely correlated. So for GU, if I'm expecting GU to go for a sell, that means GA will have to potentially go for a buy. So GA, not only am I favoring the buy on this, but I'm also only favoring the buy because if you watch my previous videos, you understand that I trade with the moving averages. So this is on the 4-hour time frame, and my moving averages have actually crossed. So what I'm gonna be looking for on this, to protect my entry one, I can honestly already be in right now. I can get in right now and just trust my 4-hour strategy, or I can just wait for that breakout out of the zone that it's in. Once it breaks out of the zone, which is around like 1.82550, and as you can see right here, this is perfect because this is the last resistance that started the whole sell. If it officially breaks out of that, this trade can literally go for like, can't even lie, it's probably gonna go for like 200 pips. Usually based off my MA strategy, how I traded with the 4-hour, it goes for 200 pips. Anytime my MA is crossed on the 4-hour, typically it goes for 200 pips in the direction that the trend is going in. So as you can see, it was starting to reverse right here. It crossed. The trend was starting to go for the buy, double bottom. Let's see, 200 pips. Shoot, really this one went for 300, right? But I think last week was NLP week, so that explains why I took off that much. So with that being said, if I just told you this trade is going for 200 pips, once it break out of the zone, that's still 100 pips on the table. So if you don't feel comfortable hopping in now, you can wait till it breaks 1.82550, and you can hold it for 100 pips. Or I'm gonna give you your TPs that you can set for that as well. Where are we at? So that's about I'm making 900. So 900, that'll be 35 pips. TP2, let's make it 50. Wow. TP3, let's make it 85. That's cool. Let's actually bring that to 390. And then we already have TP4 at 100 pips. And then the stop loss for this would be, it would have to be back in the zone but under the zone. So obviously the trade might come back to retest. So for this one, I would probably put the stop loss at 40 pips. 40 pips stop loss. So this would be a stop loss at 1.82131. So stop loss 1.82131. Entry point is the blue line 1.82550. I'm gonna put EP for entry price. And then you should already know TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4. I'm gonna go ahead and set this to the chart as well. But let's go ahead and move on to gold. Gold. So we got G, we got GA. Let's go ahead and get gold. Gold, by the time y'all see this video, it'll probably already be down in the zone, but that's cool. Because by the time you see this video, you'll see my actual entry. So this is the actual trade alert. Once again, I'm giving y'all free sauce right now. I sent this out to my student, my paid students chat, my VIP students chat. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on the channel for the culture for the one time. So at first, what usually happens in gold, it goes for bullish momentum. Cool. A lot of times people try to catch the reversal as soon as they see that one bearish candle, but that's not how you want to do it. You honestly want to wait until you see that. I'm gonna show you all what I'm talking about. So this is where people make that mistake. This is when I first sent out the alert. I'm like, hey, until it actually closes below that wick, you see that wick that it has on this candlestick. This candlestick wick, the fact that it pushed up, this lets me know this is gonna be that new support level. So as you can see, when I press play, it kept coming back to retest that area, and you're gonna watch and see. Take your time, why don't you? Alright, so this one, actually, no, I'm thinking about another pair. This one actually didn't come back to retest that area. But as you can see, if I would have entered for a sell right here, I would be sick. Because why? It didn't come down. Like, it went shot up and went for a buy. So what you want to do is you want to wait until it closes below that. Once it closes back in the zone and breaks below 1862 area, 1861, that's actually where I have my entry point at. That's the only time I would want to look for that sell, right? Until it does that, we're not entering. So that's the reason why I'm like, all right, now it look like it's starting to get ready, because not only that, my image is starting to push back down. It's starting to get itself back in that zone. But I'm going to wait for it to actually come back to 1861 before I actually call this trade out, or before I even think about entering. Or even so that's even perfect. I'm glad this happened. So even if it doesn't come down and break through my entry and go smack my TPs, if it at least come back to the bottom of the zone and I'm realizing that this is going for a buy instead of a sell, we can enter for a buy right here and we can ride it back up to the top. So not only do we have a sell opportunity, we have a perfect buy entry and a perfect buy opportunity where we wouldn't even have to risk a lot of trades in order to have success. So this is the sell, right? I'm gonna go ahead and move this stop loss right now because I'm gonna show y'all a buy entry that you could take as well. The buy entry will be down here. And we're gonna make this like orange so y'all can see the difference. So this is for the buy, and then for this one you could buy it back up for 50 pips, right? 30 pips, as y'all should know by now. 30 pips TP1, 50 pips TP2, and then if it breaks that, if you choose to stay in it, you can swing it for 100, 200 pips, because gold is another one of those pairs that take off and go crazy, right? And then we can make this black again for that. But this one I'm gonna just say a TP for 30 and 50 pips, just in case, because we don't know if once it come back up there, is it gonna drop again or is it gonna break. So to be safe, just secure your profit, to secure the trade that you're entering in, you will want to set these two TPs at minimum to make sure you're guaranteed on those profits. And then a stop loss, you wouldn't even need a big stop loss on this. No more than 20 pips. Why? Because obviously if it breaks out of that zone, that means it's starting to go for the sell, right? But if you're entering at the bottom of the zone, you're not going to even be in that much drawdown. You should be in immediate profit because you enter at the bottom of the zone, and obviously you realize that it's in the uptrend because of the momentum that is gaining to push back up. This will just simply be a pullback, and then you enter and smash TP at 30 pips or 50 pips. So not only did you have a sell entry point TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, you have a potential opportunity, and then this would be a stop loss. My fault. This would be a stop loss for the buy. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Bow. All right. This would be an entry point for the buy. 1862.64. Your stop loss would be 1860.59. And then if you were going for the sell, you would just take the blue line to the blacks that's falling below. So that's GU, GA, gold, Euro AED. I already gave y'all GA, so we don't gotta worry about EA. Right, that one's looking a little bit more choppy anyway, so we don't gotta worry too much about that. And I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my indices setup. And after that, that's gonna be the only, what is that, 4 or 5 trades? 5 trades I'm gonna give y'all for wait, GU, GA, gold, SPS. I'm tripping. 4 trades. That's gonna be the only 4 trades I'm gonna give y'all for this week. Like I said, by the time you watch this video, you should already just join the signals chat, the free signals chat, and then I'm gonna give you guys some free trade alerts on there as well. If you are interested in my VIP signals, go ahead, just DM me on Instagram, and then I could DM me on Instagram, or actually just visit the website and just join it through the website actually. But if you have any questions, feel free to just DM me on Instagram and I got you. But what I'm looking at for SPS, ultimately, I'm expecting it to go for the buy. Can't even lie. I'm expecting to go for the buy because, as you know, last week with the whole oil crisis and everything going on with that, it made SPS drop and tank for like over 500 pips. And I was pissed because I didn't think it was going to drop that far. And 1,000 pips, I said 500. And I missed the whole move. But we did catch the buy. We did catch the buy on the way back up Thursday and Friday. But that doesn't matter because we should have caught the wholesale. But if you don't know the history of SPS usually when it drops or tanks, it usually always recovers and will always want to go back to retest that area that started the whole tank. So by the end of this week, I'm calling it now. I genuinely could see SPS going all the way back to 42.40, right? I can see it going back to 42.40. Simply because, like I said, usually when it breaks, it usually likes to recover. As you can see, we got that pullback right here. It retested this zone, the previous zone, and starting to push back up. Now, if it fails to break above 41.80, then obviously it'll start going back for the sell down here. But I am believing that SPS truly will make its way back up to 42.45. By the time the video happen, by the time this video get released to y'all, it may be around 41.80. So you could take. Actually, I'm gonna show y'all. So actually, you're gonna want to wait until, since this is a whole zone. I don't know if y'all realize that or not. This is an actual zone it's been in. It's been steadily dropping, but it wasn't really doing what it needed to do. So the moment SPS breaks 41.90, when SPS break 41.90, you can set your stop loss at 41. That's 100 pips, 41.80. I'm gonna say 41.75. I say 41.75 because that's like right below the zone. That's basically roughly around 150 pips. 150 pip stop loss. But you're gonna make, if you hold the trade, you're gonna not make, you're gonna catch. So that's stop loss, because back under that zone, I want to make sure when it breaks out and retest that zone, you don't necessarily have to worry about it. But that's why I always tell people, wait for the break and close, wait for that candlestick to push above 41.90 and wait for it to close above it, and then you can confidently take that trade, and then you could take it to 41.40 for potentially 500 pips, right? 500 pips. If you want TPs in the middle of that, kind of like what I've been doing with gold and GU and GA, 41.40, 41.90 was the entry point I gave y'all. So TP1 could be 50 pips, TP2 4,200, TP3 42.05. Alright. Let me actually change those colors because it's bothering me. I only make it red when it's stop loss. Black, 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 black. I'm actually gonna change my TP colors too. Next week I may make it like burgundy or something. TP1, TP3, TP I'm tripping, bro. 41.90 is our entry point. Let me make sure I put that bit. 41.90 is our entry point. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, 41.90 is our entry point. 41.95 is TP1. 4200 is TP2. 42.05 is TP3. 42.10 will be TP4. And then after that, I'm gonna let you guys swing it till however long you want to. But I told you, I see it going to 42.40. I know it's gonna have not even this is just me being biased. Obviously, you shouldn't be biased when it comes to trading. But I believe the SPS will push back up to 42.40 this week. Mark my words. You heard it here first. But on that note, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. The next video I'll probably drop is basically a psychology video. I know I'm still finishing up that series, the Forest Sauce series, right? The next video that's going to be dropping is a psychology series because it's very important for you guys to understand. When it comes to trading, if you're not mentally in the right mindset, you're going to have an awful time trading, right? And I'm going to end the video on that. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save the sauce. I'm going to save the gems for the next video. That video will probably be dropping on Thursday at the latest. And then we're going to be back up and running with the videos. I'm going to make sure I'm getting all that content out for you guys. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.